Alright everybody, welcome back to the weekend roundup, and let's take a look at the stocks, the charts, and get an idea where we're going to be heading for the week to come, September 29th. As always, we got to go. So of course, first up is going to be the S&P 500. And as you can see, the S&P has had a little bit of a pullback. Just dropped just below our most recent high. Kind of did a duplicate bar as this one here. That bar there and that bar there are kind of duplicated. Right? Didn't take out the low of that bar. Alright. So, in a bigger time frame, it's probably like a pin bar here. Or two pin bars. Let's see. Let's try to look at 3 weeks and see what that looks like. And that's just one big indecision bar on the 3-week chart. Alright, so 3 weeks chart looks like one big indecision bar. So we'll see. Let's take a look at a monthly chart and see what it looks like on the month. And on a monthly, it's just a big green bar. So there you have it. We're still heading higher. We had this nice little on the monthly chart. We got this nice morning star reversal come through. Look at that pin bar come down here, pushed all the way back up. So now we're seeing the fruits of the labor of this right here, this pullback pushing up. So the S&P looks like it wants to continue going higher according to the monthly chart. If we go back to the 3 month and a day, same thing here. We got something similar to that what we were just looking at on the monthly coming in right here. Little pullback. Now we're pushing up to go higher. So currently the S&P looks like it wants to continue going higher. Still bullish. Next up is the Bitcoin. And Bitcoin got a little bit of a pop up over the weekend, but I wouldn't trust it too much. I would look like the sellers would still probably be coming in here somewhere and selling on the Bitcoin. But it did pull back into this area of support, so we'll see what happens if we sell off again and head back down here, if we find some support again and try to head back up. But currently I would say this is probably going to be up in here somewhere and then sell off again. But we'll see what happens. Alright. Just gotta come up and touch these areas at some point before it can go through all the way and continue to go higher. So right now, though, it looks like it's a sell still on Bitcoin. Next up is oil, and the oil is trying to push higher. Got this little doji come in right here, and you haven't been able to take out this area here at about 65.28. So keep an eye on that. It looks like oil might want to turn around and come back in here and gather forces again to go back and retest. But keep an eye on that. Currently it looks it's still in the down market, but trying to look bullish. But we can't really consider it bullish because it's in a down market. Next up is Ethereum. Looking like Bitcoin. That right there looks more like a bullish Harami, but there's no support underneath for to give it more credibility as far as support areas or moving averages. And so we'll see what happens if that's a good credible one, or if it's going to pop up here and sell off again and take it out down the road. So we'll see what happens with that one. But currently looks like a bullish Harami, and we should continue higher. But of course, these are the markets, and they're crazy. Next up is the gold, and the gold, confirmed that was the most recent high. Popped up, came back, confirmed it as some support, and now it's continuing to go higher. So gold looks like it wants to continue higher. Next up is natural gas, and natural gas popped up. Now it looks like it wants to come back and close this window that it opened before continuing higher. Next up is the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ, like the S&P, wants to go higher. Found some support back in here. I'd say if we get rid of that 43 cents, we'll probably be right on it at 24,677. Yeah, close. Not exactly though. I'd like to be right there, but let's see what that gives us. Right there. Yeah, 24,631. That's better. Make it an even number. 24,631. Yeah, I like that. There you go. There's our support zone for the NASDAQ. Next up is silver, and silver continues to run high. No looking back on silver, looks like. Next up is the Dow, and the Dow is retesting that 46,742. Got a high at 47,000, so we'll see if we can get through there and come back and retest for some support before heading higher. Currently, the Dow looks like it wants to continue going higher. It's still bullish. Next up is corn, and corn is putting the head fake on. It looks like it wants to sell off here now. So we'll see what happens. We got this little doji coming in. If we get a nice green bar here and take that one out, then we know we're going to run and retest this overhead resistance. But currently, corn is trying to look like it's trying to give it up and head back down. We'll see what happens in the future, in the next couple of days with corn. All right. As far as the weekend roundup, that kind of does it. The market looks like it wants to be bullish this week. Last week looked kind of bearish, but I think we pulled back and shut a lot of those, checked a lot of those previous highs, turned support, and that were resistance at one time. Now they're acting as some support, and so looks like we want to continue to go higher in a lot of the stocks. We had Nvidia was doing some weird stuff the last few days, kind of pumped up and then sold off. So it's kind of jumping around within this range here on Nvidia. All right, 173 to 184. So load up around 173 or 175 even, and then make sure you get your stop set in somewhere below that, so that you're not, just in case it falls off, you don't get demolished. Probably around 172 will be a good stop area to close the trade if it goes south. Continue north. Hey, that's all the better. Next up, let's take a look at Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab has been looking like it wants to give up, but Rocket Lab does a lot of bouncing around lately. It hasn't been as steady as it used to be, so just have to be careful with Rocket Lab. Don't panic. I think it wants to continue going higher. It's still in an uptrending market, but this right here, this area in here is a good consolidation area. It appears that we want to buy down and around here around 42 and wait for the sell-off up here at around 51 or so. And if it doesn't sell off, keep going higher, the more the merrier. All right, that's going to be it. I could talk about Tesla, but Tesla is going to do what it's going to do. So there's not much you can say about that. It's trying to make new highs, ran into some resistance, and put a little sell-off and then a little gain. Little sell-off, little gain. So if you're trying to trade Tesla, you need to think again. Alright, that's going to be it for tonight as far as Sunday night pre-market. Everything's looking pretty good right now. We won't know for sure until the morning when the market opens which way we're truly headed. But currently it looks like everything wants to continue going higher. So right now we're in a bullish market, continuing to go higher, in my opinion. Palantir, getting a little bit of a pullback, but we may get some support in here at the 20 and retest. So that's all I got for you tonight or right now. Check back. I'm going to do a dive on our bull trade. and I might touch on GME, GameStop, and there was another one that was doing something special right now, and I can't think of it at the moment. I know Chipotle is trying to do something special, and there was another one. I'll find it and get it to you. Might be Tesla. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be careful out there. These markets are crazy.